Holy crap. Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually coming out. It's there. It's actually like, we basically have it already. It's almost here. I could almost taste it. Just like, so, in celebration of Kingdom Hearts 3 almost being here, I want to make a video before the release for the views. Also, I like Kingdom Hearts, but also for the views. This is what we call transparency. And I want to talk about my top 5 favorite worlds in Kingdom Hearts that I could think of. Now, it was kind of hard to choose one over the other and stuff like that, but I think I got my perfect reasons why I choose these 5. Now, they're not in any particular order whatsoever, but they are 5 of my favorites. And I might do the ones I hate later, because negativity is easier to express for me. Anyway, let's get started. The first world I want to talk about is Neverland, the Birth by Sleep version. Mainly because the Kingdom Hearts 1 version wasn't actually Neverland. It was just a fucking pirate ship, and then the clock tower. No, that wasn't Neverland. That's not what anybody expected. The Kingdom Hearts 1 version is one of my most least favorite worlds, oddly enough. But this one is my favorite just because it is actual Neverland, and we didn't think after 5 games before this, I think something like that, that we were gonna actually be able to hang out with 2 of the 20 kids there. Yeah, it wasn't as full, but it's a PSP game, so it makes sense why they didn't add a bunch of extra shit. But again, we were able to actually traverse actual Neverland. We were able to go in the tree house. We were able to beat the shit out of Hook as Ventus. Just being able to walk through Neverland, it just feels good. My second choice, the world that never was. Now, I'm gonna explain my choice here why, because it's fucking epic. Like, obviously, like the story of Kingdom Hearts, this is where it all, leads up to. Getting into it, you're like, oh, we found out the mystery of Twilight Town and the computer and this and and now we go into the world that never was. At first, you're just kind of in the streets of a city. In some certain angles, you could look up and be like, oh shit, that's where we're going. That's the big tower bad guy people. And then you fight a bunch of Heartlesses and shit, and then you get to a point where there is a tower. You're like, why does this look familiar? The completionist and you say. You're like, wait a second. Is this from the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1? It is from the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then you got, who? Roxas. What? Well, you don't know it's Roxas because he has his hood up, but he has 2 Keyblades. You're like, why the fuck do you have 2 Keyblades? And then you fight him, and it's cool. And it's like, also like hard as shit, especially if you're on critical mode. Fuck that. And you just get this just epic battle and story, and then you get to unlock the final final form. I couldn't think. Why couldn't I think of the word form? Why am I dumb? And then you just go up. You fight more organization members. You fight other things. I don't know how Roxas came back to do the double Keyblade thing because he was already stuck inside of you. Whatever. And then the fucking ending of the game happens. The end of the game is awesome. And you see the Kingdom Hearts is a giant fucking moon key. Moon. It's a heart moon. But yeah, it's just full of epic. It's so like heart pumping what happens. And then you finally get to see Riku, and he turns back into Riku, not Ansem Riku. And then Diz is Ansem the Wise, and he sacrifices himself with the giant explosion, and that's why he's in the dark world and Birth by Sleep. It's so much happens. Traverse Town. I'm just gonna go right into the next one. Traverse Town. You know why I'm choosing Traverse Town? For many reasons. The most important reason I chose, not we, no one else fucking chose this list but me. The reason why I chose Traverse Town is because it's the first world that you get into outside of the beginning. You get sucked up through the black hole, and this is the first thing you see. It's comforting. It's like, oh, this is where all the people go who've lost their worlds go to. And then you meet Squall, which is actually named Leon in this game. They reference that. Why is he called Leon? I don't fucking know. But you meet him, you fight him, and then this is where the fucking story actually legitimately starts. And it is basically the hub world. You go back there multiple times throughout the game. The enemies will always change, going up to wherever the story is to meet your level. You go there for gunmanship parts. You go there for items very easily. It's the main hub of Kingdom Hearts 1, and it's great. The music is nice. It feels welcoming a little bit. It's just nice. Coliseum, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. You don't know how much time I spent in the Coliseum in Kingdom Hearts 1 as a kid. Because games were limited. I couldn't just be an adult and fucking buy games whenever the fuck I want when they came out. I actually had to fucking wait for my parents to get me games or whatever. So with Kingdom Hearts, I played a lot of it because you were able to. Coliseum is where I spent most of my time. After being the actual game, the best way to just keep on fighting Heartlesses is the Coliseum and doing the epic battles, fighting any character in the series that is in the game. Just bunch of epic battles. Fucking Sephiroth. It's like you hear that music and you're like, what? And then, you realize, like, he's epic, but if you're, like, you never played Final Fantasy 7 before, you're like, who's this guy? This guy seems epic. He only has one wing, he has long hair, and a giant-ass fucking sword. Why is he a thing? And then you play Final Fantasy 7 later in life, and you're like, oh. But it's just, there's so much fighting. There's so much unique fights, and it's just non-stop fighting. Why would I go to other worlds to jump around when I have nothing to do, when I'm fucking level 100, and I'm like, yeah, I'm level 100, and I'm just going around fighting? If I could just go to an arena and do the same goddamn thing, and test my skills, and try to do better and better, it's so good. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 has the same thing, but in the underworld, which is kind of cool, but you can't gain levels from it, so it's kind of fucking useless too. But it is kind of cool at the same time, especially with the new combat system, which is a lot more flashier, a lot cooler, a lot better. It feels better. It's just, it feels good, even though you can't level up from it, so you can't grind using it, which sucks. And if you can't beat it, you can't just keep on trying and be like, well, I'll level up if I keep on trying anyway, so it'll be better in the long run. No, you can't fucking do that. You have to go outside and fucking travel the worlds in order to level up. You can't fucking grind. My last pick for this video is going to be Radiant Garden / Hollow Bastion. And the biggest reason I want to choose this world is how important it is to the series. It has just out of location alone, has the most history out of every single world in this game. Because you got Birth by Sleep, where, it's a thriving town, and, it hasn't been fucked up by Maleficent and shit like that. And it's just a nice, clean town, and everybody's happy, and it's called Radiant Garden because it's actually guarded and it's nice, and yay. And that's where Kairi fucking grew up and was able to hold the Keyblade and stuff with that and whatnot. And it's also where all the shit went down with Xehanort and Ansem taking Xehanort's nobody in and all that, yada yada yada. And then between that and Kingdom Hearts 1, things get fucked up, and now you're in the biggest turning point of the story in Kingdom Hearts 1. Fighting Riku, getting your Keyblade back after Riku steals it, and then finding out everything about the story. Becoming a Heartless after fighting Riku and the Behemoth and unlocking the worlds or whatever. No, you unlock the worlds after you become Heartless. Fucking whatever. It's a giant turning point, and it's like, it's the rising action right before the climax, because then you got the world that never was, or the end of worlds. I'm mixing up my games. But then you do the whole Ansem thing. But Hollow Bastion is cool. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, it's the Hollow Bastion trying to go back to his former glory time, where it's it's still kind of trash, but now you have a town that you get to go to, and you know it's a little fucked up, but it's thriving. It's getting better. You still have to fight Heartlesses, and then shit happens, and then more things get screwed up. But they are still trying to rebuild and make it better, and then there's just so much more to explore. And then you got the 1,000 Heartless. You got the 1,000 Heartless fight, which is fucking amazing. And this is where you fight Sephiroth in the second game, which is even cooler. It's like a kind of more of a story thing than just, hey, we're gonna throw him in the fucking Coliseum. And then it's called Radiant Garden again because Aerith was like, I remember the name of this. It used to be Radiant Garden because it used to be beautiful. Hollow Bastion is a gross name for it. And that is why I chose this, because it has the most history, and basically everything revolves around Hollow Bastion. Everything important that happens, it's like the hub for that, for some reason. And it's great. I like lore. I like learning the history. I like the complex story of Kingdom Hearts. For me, people were like, oh, it's too complex, too much, oh, I'll never be able to get into it, And it's a meme that Kingdom Hearts is complex, but that's what I like about it. I like the lore, I like the extra shit, I like things that connect. I like everything connecting in the way it does. It's like, whoa, that happened, that's crazy, or, that, I like that, it interests me. It makes me feel things, and I like feeling things, for the most part. And that's why Kingdom Hearts 3 still has hype, even after 5 years from the last game, 13 years from the last numbered game. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be great, where everybody's excited, the story is going to be amazing, and it's going to be good. So, yeah, there's my 5 worlds that I like most out of all the worlds. I have my own reason for them, and most of them are not even Disney worlds, because Final Fantasy is cooler, and the original worlds are a little more that style. That's why I said that, just in case you were confused. So, if you like this episode, thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, subscribe. And until next time, bye.